As you are driving through this corridor, I want you to look beyond the surface, because real estate is not just about buying land, it's about understanding direction. This is the 9-mile axis in Enugu, one of the most strategic growth corridors connected to the Enugu-Onitsha Expressway. And the corridor like this do not expand randomly, they expand intentionally. Now look at what is happening here. Solid road construction along this express. No temporary work, structured development. Infrastructures always send a signal. Better road increases accessibility, accessibility increases traffic, and traffic increases commercial activity. Commercial activities increases land value. That pattern is predictable. Investors who understand this don't wait until everything is fully completed before they position themselves. As we continue driving, I want you to observe something. Observe how development gradually stretches outward from the city center. Growth does not stay in one place, it follows the major road like this. When you see heavy construction and expansion on a federal road, it tells you something very important. This corridor is being prepared for more movement, more trade, and more demand.
At this point, I want you to pay close attention to the billboard coming right ahead. It reads the Lion Business Park. This is a very big business park, and right by the side is also the Enugu International Spare Part Market, where businessmen and women, traders, especially those into automobiles, will be relocating from the major camp market to this place. And this project is almost 70% completed, as you can see. Free trade zones are not small development. They attract logistic companies, manufacturers, warehouses, and employment cluster. Then you have the Coca-Cola depot. That alone tells you something about distribution flow and transport access. The proposed spare part market is another magnet for commercial movement, as it's just 5 minutes away from this very property, Pine Crest Estate. Market drives population, population drives housing demand drives land value. It's always connected. So when you combine road infrastructure, industrial presence, commercial hubs, and expanding estate, you are not looking at speculation, you are looking at structured growth. Now let's talk about Pine Crest Estate. Pine Crest Estate is not just positioned at the middle of noise, it is positioned in the path of expansion, and there is a difference. Being in a saturated area means you are paying for growth that already happened, but being in a growth path means you are positioning before full maturity. Each plot here measures 500 square meters. The title is registered right of occupancy, supported with a power of attorney and deed of assignment, also with a registered survey plan. For me, documentation is not optional, it is foundational. I do not market properties that compromise my integrity. If you are an investor looking forward for land banking, then this property is an option for you. Land banking is not about buying land and hoping. It's about buying land in the right direction of growth and allowing infrastructure and demand to work in your favor. The biggest return in real estate don't come from emotional buying, they come from informed position. Most people buy when everywhere looks developed. Smart investors buy when development is visible but not yet crowded. By the time the crowd arrives, appreciation has already occurred. Ask yourself, are you the type that waits for the confirmation from the crowd, or the type that reads the sign early enough? For Nigerians in the diaspora, I know one major concern is visibility. You want to see where your money is going. That is why I do these drive-through videos, so you can see the corridor, see the roadwork, see the environment, see the proximity to commercial hub. You deserve transparency. And if you cannot come for physical inspection, then work with someone who verifies properties and documents that matters. Real estate is not just about land, it's about trust. Now let me say this clearly. Do your due diligence, ask questions, request documentation, verify title, understand layout plan. Investment is not blind faith, it is informed decision making. What I do is to show you the opportunity. What you do in return is to evaluate strategically. Opportunity like this in this kind of corridor do not remain unnoticed for long. Infrastructure changes perception quickly. Let's project forward. Imagine this road fully completed. Imagine increased traffic flow. Imagine the commercial pull from the free trade zone and international spare part market.
What happens to the land demand along this corridor? History answers the question for us. This axis is evolving. The evolution in real estate always rewards those who enter before full transformation. Real estate rewards clarity, it rewards timing, and it rewards those who understand direction. This 90-mile corridor is not a random land. It is connected to trade, infrastructure, and movement. If you are serious about positioning in Enugu, if you understand land banking, if you are thinking long-term wealth preservation, then Pine Crest Estate deserves your attention. I am Jikanu Ezinne. I help you position in properties that grows. If this aligns with your investment goals, send me a message. Let's review the documentation, let's answer the questions, and let's secure this position wisely, because hesitation in real estate is often expensive.